Hey, my nieces and nephews, your old neighborhood fun uncle Richard Kilpatrick here, and I hope you guys have your surfboards, because we got a freaking tsunami warning over here. That's what I'm saying. I know that's scary, but I'm trying to shake you guys off out onto the beach to get some taste of this water. Hey, there's no scripts here. I'm just doing this stuff live, all right? And I think a tsunami of money is about to come into the crypto markets, and you're probably asking yourself, Rich, what are you talking tsunami money? We're going down. We're trading downwards right now. You think there's more money that hasn't already been spent in the market? Yes, I 100% believe that. We look right here, there's something called an economic collapse. The economy is about to collapse because of a silly little thing called COVID-19 and a fun little buzzword called hyperinflation. People have done way too many crazy things with their money, specifically government institutions, and so now everyone, I don't say everyone, big money investors, those billionaires and millionaires who have time to wait and money burning holes in their pocket, aren't going to just throw it into an asset class without confirming the direction of where their money is going to go. And so we're all waiting for the other shoe to drop on the crypto markets. However, if you were to tune in right now and look at the crypto markets, you'd be saying to yourself, with a naked eye in a vacuum, you're like, wow, the bottom's in. The dip's over, guys. We're about to shoot to the moon. This is it. Mom and Daddy, sell the car. We got to buy some Bitcoin. But no, if you actually zoom out on these charts, you'll notice that the volume is, about even with everything else, and the candlesticks are nothing to write home about. And overall, when we just keep zooming out on this, we're unable to hit or even break our previous highs, and we are starting to set new lower lows in the short term, and that just tells me that we have a little bit more shaken, waken, bacon, and forgiveness saken left in the market. And my testament to that is over here on Twitter. I've got a brilliant young gentleman by the name of Ki Yong-ju who has pointed out amazingly that the amount of coin that is flowing into the major markets is increasing. And so right now we're seeing retail investors buying what they think is the dip, when in actuality they're just it's just long-term investors are dumping their holdings into new investors' hands. And I don't get me started. I've had plenty of friends in the last couple weeks who bought at 45, 47,000, and now we're having a tumultuous phase in our friendship. And I just want to keep reminding everybody that it will go back up. Okay, we've got a lot of time left in this year. We are so early on in this year, actually, and one of the things I wanted to pull up next was just a calendar so you guys can get a bird's eye view of what this year looks like. And so here we are. We're only 6 months into the year. We have the rest of the year to go, and I could just tell you without a doubt, this is some fun uncle advice here, my hand on a stack of Bibles, that every single year the price goes up in November, December. Even during our worst bear runs, we have some upwards price action in these 2 months. And so what that tells me is during October and September, we will have accumulation. People will be buying and buying and buying, knowing full well that they can move it for a better price in November and December. Of course, trying out the daily cost averaging sell strategy, where you don't sell everything all at once. You're selling little bits once a week as the price is trending upwards. I want to go one step further and say that this year's different. We're not going to see the top in December like we did in 2017. I think the price is going to continue drifting upwards through January, February, and maybe even March of next year. And the reason I say all that is so that we can backtrack. We can go down this chart and be like, okay, so the price is going to move up here. Maybe we'll see some sideways price action and accumulation here. Sentiment change in August. This is when people are going to start changing their mind. Maybe the sky isn't falling. Maybe we should be selling the house and the farm to buy some Bitcoin. And that leads me back to where we are right now in June and July. I think June and July are left open to be the scary months of the year for these master manipulators who want to shake out as many of those paper hands as they possibly can. They're going to use the rest of this month and maybe even next month to scare you, to shake you out, to shake the price around, to make you think that the sky is falling and maybe you shouldn't trust Bitcoin as an asset class. And they're doing that because they know that Bitcoin is inevitable. The price will continue going up. It's a scarce asset. It's not going away. It's a force to be reckoned with. And these big institutions are trying to have as much as they possibly can of it before we see these $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 figures, which I personally think are inevitable. We can start splitting hairs on when those things are going to take place. You know, is it next year, or are we going to have to wait until the next halving in 2024? That's really what's up to debate. But I'm a self-fulfilling prophecy guy. Whenever large groups of people want something to happen or want something to be true, more often than not, you'll be surprised how often those things do come true. And so Bitcoin is no different. If you have millions and millions of people who all have faith in something and faith that it will do something, well, by golly, it will do it. Especially a scarce resource that is deflationary like Bitcoin and soon to be Ethereum. I think we're just having a bad couple months. And so I show you guys this big calendar view so that you guys have a little perspective on things that, yes, we're supposed to see a little bit of negativity in these next 2 months. That's all part of the plan. We're going to have options liquidating on the 25th, and so potentially we could see, you know, I mean, for example, let's go back to Ki Yong-ju here. He's said that we have, beyond just this net flow going onto exchanges, he's also pointed out that we're having record numbers of Bitcoin shorts right now. Everyone's so convinced that they know where the price is going. And that's why, if you go back here and look at our chart of Bitcoin, that's why you see this price starting to pump. Because these big players are like, oh, okay, so you're going to buy shorts, then we'll pump the price and liquidate your shorts. It's that easy, you know, and as soon as you start buying longs, they dump the price and liquidate your longs. And what's more is there's two things going on here. So not only are these people going to liquidate these shorts here by driving the price up, but they will also be able to exit their Bitcoin positions with a higher price. So this is actually a 2-for-1 deal these whales have pulled off here, and all you can really do is congratulate them, you know, for being able to liquidate some shorts, and they're able to exit at a higher price before we see further dips. But when in doubt, zoom out. I want you guys to keep zooming out and see, you know what? We're going to see if it can test its most recent high over here. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you put a gun to my head and want me to put $1,000 on a bet, I'll tell you that we will bounce right off that level and then start to downward slide once again. I really think that what they're trying to do is just liquidate as many of these shorts as possible because they just want to lick their wounds and make sure they're not they're the ones who were winning at the end of the day, you know? Yeah, I'm the one who's supposed to be winning, right? And the other thing I want to talk about is just the news, the current news we're seeing. And I think overall, I mean, I'll just go through them, you know, is buying cryptocurrency investing a gambling? You know, this is bad news. Ethereum says that they're having to delay the 2.0. This is bad news. However, we've got some good news. We've got some good news over here. Oh, wait, wrong way. Wait. Oh, where'd I put it? Let me see where I put it. Let's see where I put it was shot in front of a live studio audience. Oh, you know what? I deleted all that stuff. I deleted all that stuff. So what I was just going to say is that, like, there's short-term bad news, right? But all the good news we're seeing, like how El Salvador is now accepting cryptocurrency as tenure, how Texas is now allowing banks to hold cryptocurrency. You know, how as much as you want to say that this Ethereum 2.0 thing is bad news, I think this is just adding to the long-term good news. And so all of that, all of the good news you're seeing is stuff that, you know, okay, that's why the price will hit $100,000 in 2022, is because we're planting the seeds for a really incredible year next year. And so you just keep reading all this bad news. It's like bad news, bad news, bad news, and I just want to remind you guys that they're trying to shake you. They're trying to shake your hands. They're trying to shake your paper hands out. And reason I call this the tsunami is incoming is to keep a little perspective on things. There's billions and billions and billions and billions and millions and trillions and millions, no, just billions of dollars sitting on the sidelines waiting for an awesome opportunity to buy, and it may be the stock market, it may be housing, and it may be cryptocurrency, and you know what? It might actually be all three of those things. So I want everyone out there to keep a level head on things. I want everyone to remember the daily cost averaging strategy. Keep in mind that the price could continue to drift down from here, but that is all FUD and that's all manipulation, trying to shake as many weak hands as it possibly can. And I think you all should look at this as an awesome buying opportunity. So be smart with your money. Make sure to manage your daily cost averaging strategies, and also do your research, and don't just do it because I tell you to. Use triangulation when making decisions on things. Now, just in the short time here, I've shown you Twitter with my good man Keong Ju. What I also want to show you is YouTube, another source of information where I find a lot of my facts. And today I'm going to highlight a beautiful man named Crypto Anup. This is his YouTube page here, and he's just a brilliant guy. I highly recommend you check him out on YouTube. He is another source of information I use, along with Benjamin Cohen, Tyler S. We've got Crypto Zombie, who's just a really enthusiastic, fun guy. Great way to wake up in the morning. You know, that guy keeps you on your toes, and he does awesome technical analysis. Crypto Anup is who I'm talking about today. He does awesome technical analysis where he's bringing in the Fibonacci retracements. He's showing you his price levels, where he thinks buy opportunities are. He does keep things relatively vague, and I think that's on purpose, but he does narrow things down quite significantly so you can start to make your own educated guesses based off of the ranges he puts forward here. This is another example here. Just he's drawing out the triangles for you so you don't have to. However, I got to remind you, don't take him as your only source, right? I want you to triangulate all the information you hear. Don't take it just from me. Don't take it just from Crypto Anup, not just from Keong Ju on Twitter. I want you to take in all of the sources, triangulate that information, and then make a decision based off what are the commonalities between all the information you're taking in. I personally, and I laugh at myself when I say this, I'm now introducing TikTok, 4chan, and Reddit information into my zeitgeist. The reason I'm doing that is more for this triangulation of things. Like if I can also see commonalities in what's being said in 4chan and Reddit that I also see on Twitter and YouTube, then there might be some real significant truth to those things. Simultaneously, I'm hearing some information on 4chan and on Reddit and TikTok that I'm not necessarily hearing on Twitter and on YouTube. It could be because these are not reputable sources. It also could be because this is underground information that really hasn't made its way to prime time yet. And then to take that one step further, some people who have a reputation like Crypto Anup or Keong Ju aren't necessarily going to release nefarious information without some significant backing. And so I want to be able to hear that information as it comes out, even if it's not fully vetted yet. I just want to take it in, put it on my calendar, keep it in the back of my mind so that when other people mention it, I have a moment of triangulation there where I can make a decision based on that. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing in a lot of sources. I'm going to keep introducing you my sources as I keep doing this show. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Richard Kilpatrick. I'm your fun uncle, and I want you to go out of your way to be fun. There's so many negative people in the world today who are bringing everyone down, who are complaining, who are finding something nasty to say, and I want you to be the person who goes out of their way to say something nice, to encourage someone else, to call up a friend and tell them the stuff you like about them, all right? Because everyone's always getting complaints, everyone's always getting criticisms. I want you to be the fun one who's lifting people up. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.